Hey guys, how you doing? I hope everything is well. Everything is good with me. Y'all, I got a sad story that now you know things out here just ain't right. These people that like to have shootouts, so called gangsters, which I don't believe they're gangsters because gangsters back in the day, if you was a real gangster, you walk right up and go what you need to do. These guys out here, these 2,000 babies, they want to pow pow at you from blocks. And they're hitting everything but their target, which is sad. And it costs somebody their life. A 61-year-old woman. Yes. Yes. And it hurts because she was a staple to the community. That was somebody that we needed. She was somebody that cared about kids, the young men that hang out there. She would talk to them, give them a little education. But she turned around and got her life taken because of somebody can't just argue and walk away. They have to start pow-powing. And like I said, never hit the target. You hit this woman that was a pillar to a community. A pillar to a community. And she was a black woman that had a bodega. Years ago, in the 80s. Years. In the 80s, she had a bodega. Because you ain't really seen so many black folks, that owned a bodega. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be real with you. Where I lived at, I'm a Jersey girl. I live in Brooklyn now, but I'm a Jersey girl. That was everywhere. We only had black stores. That's it. We had, clear people on, on the other side, they own whatever they own. But we, as black folks, we owned every store there was. Where we lived at in Jersey, it was all black stores. Laundromats, fish markets, oh my God, grocery store. Every grocery store. There was black owned. But this here was in New York. And she was one of the black, I don't even really know how many black owned businesses there was in the 80s. Because I did come here in the 80s. And I don't remember saying that. But this was up in Harlem. So it could have been quite a few. But she was a pillar to the community. And she got wiped out by some cowards. Let me just say this here. It's so weird that this happened because last night I was talking. And I was talking about, what's going on with these young men, how they so violent, even the young women, how they so violent. And I said, you know what? To me, I'm just saying, this is my thoughts. No one can think for me. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. You understand? That you have a lot of young men out here that get caught up because without having a pow-pow, they would be probably the best person out here. But it seems like they get pulled in to be accepted. That's what they think in their mind. To be accepted. That you have to have and you get. But that's not true. Because if you ever notice, when you hear on the news or whatever that a young person got, it seems like because they didn't have one on them. Because if if a young man do not have it seems like his attitude is totally different. Its attitude is totally different. It seems like when they have the on them, they tough. But as soon as you take that away, they're a whole different person. And I believe that a lot of these young guys out here that's supposed to be gangsters, they're not gangsters. They're gangsters because they carry. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think if you take that away from them, they can't even. They probably even know how to throw hands or feet. They probably wouldn't even know how to do it. Mm-mm. 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 No, no way. Like I'm serious. And this is becoming, like I said before, a norm that, me or you can go outside just to go to the damn store and get caught up in some old bull and lose our lives. God forbid. You understand? This 61-year-old woman, mm-hmm, lost her life because she came outside. And she was somebody that had a beautiful track record. She literally was like I said, one of the first black women to own a bodega to feed her people. And they said she can cook. Mm-hmm. This is she can cook. Yes. I probably even been there and didn't even know it. Mm-hmm. I was here. I probably been there. Because I go eat anyway. I listen, if food is good, I'm gone. I'm going to let you know right now. But anyway, let's get into the story. 61-year-old woman fatally shot, mm-hmm, in the head in Harlem to be innocent, to be an innocent bystander. Of course she was. Of course she was. A woman fatally shot in the head in Harlem on Tuesday night appeared to have been an innocent victim of gunfire. The shooting happened on 113th Street and Lenox Avenue around 10:20 p.m. Tuesday. Family members said the 61-year-old Matt was cleaning up at the deli that she helped out at that location. They said she was help clean. She kept herself busy, y'all, because she was like, she still was young, and she probably, retired, and she was like, I got to do something. I ain't trying to just sit around. So this is what she did. She helped a store where she was at that location. Police said it. The police said it was her caring nature that brought her outside that night. They said she heard 3 people arguing outside, worrying that her grandson was involved. So she went outside to make sure he was safe. Police said bullets started flying, and the 61-year-old was caught in the middle and deceased. The grandson was not involved, but she said, as a concerned grandmother would do to come and check on her family members, said Captain James and Whitlock. Instead, the grandson was safely in his grandmother's apartment upstairs. He said she would have gone outside to help anybody. That's just the way she was. You know what I'm saying? These are people we need. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting wiped out because of these idiots. These here crash dummies. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it too damn much. She treated everybody on the corner like they were her grandsons. He said. Officials said that a 23-year-old man who was in the foot and is expected to recover. Yeah. They said his intentionally opened fire on a rival who remained on the run. The rival returned fire, and the grandmother was deceased. Police believe 3 people was involved in the dispute. The 23-year-old, identified as Darius Smith, is charged with attempt murder and 2 counts of criminal possession of a firearm. And it is not his first running with the law. The suspect stole an e-bike battery in June 2024 and slashed a good Samaritan who stepped in to help him. Hold on. Somebody came in to help you and you don't need no help and you slashed them? Boy, bye. The case in itself just persifies as what we have been talking about over and over again. Number one, repeat offenders. Yes. The person who was apprehended and involved in the shootout sustained an injury to his foot. Also, last year was arrested for knifing 2 people, doing what appears to have been a robbery just last year, Mayor Adams said. Investigators found 8 casings and a gun several blocks away on Nicholas Avenue and 112. As for Matt, community members, they are in shock by her passing. She was not afraid. She wanted to see change, and she knew in order to see change, there had to be a part of that change. She had to be part of that change. And her life was taken because she wanted to see change. One woman said, those who knew Matt said she was always full of life. She liked to have fun with people her age, young kids, making sure everybody is safe. She's like a warmer person. Like a warmer person, a loved one said. Neighbors and activists said they're tired of seeing crime tape up in their neighborhood and wanted the violence to end. They said if one person is, we're all, because she is our community, in our community, and there are people, and we're saying enough is enough, said Warm founder Stephanie McRae. Police are looking for additional suspects. Let me just say this here, which is true. Sorry, y'all. Which is true. You know, I look at myself sometimes and be like, you know what? You know, I need to go sit down somewhere because you know what? I do a lot. Like, I don't know if y'all know. I do a lot. For real, I do a lot. This community where I live at, they really respect me a lot. And I appreciate that because I'm not confrontational, with anyone. I help people if they need something. And that goes a long way. And you can see it when how people respect you and how they treat you. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's how what you give out is what you give back. You know what I'm saying? So me myself, like when I got sick, like everybody came to my aid. Like right now today, like I'm serious. I got knocks on my door like every day. Like, you good? You good? Whatever. And I appreciate that. And like I said, this Matt was one of the first black women to have a bodega, but it wasn't in Harlem. It was in Brooklyn. But she was a pillar to the community. We need a lot of people like her to help these young boys and girls. Like, that's not it. But they so caught up in this new world, like they don't give a damn about their lives. You gotta understand, if a person don't give a damn about their own life, they sure don't give a damn about yours. So as long as these people, these young people, keep thinking that way, this is going to keep on happening. Because if they don't care about their lives, they damn sure don't care about yours. So, you know what I'm saying? It have to be some type of way that we get to these young people that is destroying our communities. Not just this community, that community, all the communities from all 5 boroughs. And not even that, I'm going to say different states, because different states, they have more crime than New York have. You know what I'm saying? But like people say, enough is enough. But long as these here stay in place, this is what's going to happen. There has to be a change. It has to be a change. And I feel since Trump want to put, chirps on everything, put chirps on bullets. Do it on the bullets. So it's going to be hard to find bullets. Put it on the bullet. So they ain't got nothing, they ain't got to have nothing, nothing. Put it on the bullets. I feel they should put chirps on bullets. For real. And I promise you, crime will go down. If we cannot get no bullets delivered here, made in America, that it comes from whoever country it is, things will change. Things will change. It really would. Things will change. I promise you that. I promise you. I'm not saying bullets are made in other countries. I really don't know. You understand? But I feel they need to up the price on these damn bullets. Because they too easy to come by. They too easy to come by. And some people say, like, in different states, they have, like, gunshots on a lot of corners. Like, I never seen nothing like that before. I mean, I was in Jersey. There was a shop, but I never really paid it any mind. Like, I'll be honest with you. I really paid it no mind that it was a shop in Jersey. Like, but you already knew who owned it. Okay. But anyway, y'all, I want to see this small clip, and my heart goes out to Miss Matt's family and plus the community that loved her. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's a big loss. That's a big loss for us. And like I said, my heart go out to them, to her family. And I am so sorry this happened to her, because she didn't deserve this at all. At all. And they gonna see that Miss Matt, when you're hungry, when you need something, you need some education, you're gonna miss her a lot. You're gonna miss her. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, that where she got at, it's gonna be hot now. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be different. They might name, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with y'all. They might name that her name. That what she got at, they might name that block after her. Y'all remember that. I said it. They might name that block after her. Because that's how good she was to people. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to shut up. And y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Y'all let me know, like, do y'all have a pillar in the community that does so much for the, for the people? You know what I'm saying? Because this here, oh my God, I'm just so hurt. And her first store was in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s. And I'm telling you, I probably walked in it and didn't even know it, y'all. Like, for real. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to let y'all see a small video, y'all. All right?
Story out of Harlem, a 61-year-old grandmother killed by senseless gun violence.
Yeah, that grandmother was hit by a stray bullet last night on Lenox Avenue. Her killer is still on the loose. Right now, Mayor Adams is joining community leaders for a candlelight vigil at the scene of last night's shooting to call for an end to gun violence in that area.
Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu is there with more on the vigil and the police investigation. Janice.
Well, Joe and Liz, Mayor Adams actually stopped by earlier, but now community members as well as local activists and the family members are gathered to remember the 61-year-old who was shot and killed. Her name is Xenia Met. She lived right here behind me. She had come outside to see what was going on when she was shot. People tell me she was a business owner. She was a leader, but an activist who meant so much to people in this community.
I don't know. I can't speak. I'm speechless.
Those who knew Xenia Met will tell you the 61-year-old was always full of life.
She likes to have fun with people her age, younger kids, making sure everybody is safe. She's like a warming person.
It was her caring nature that brought her outside around 10:30 Tuesday night. Authorities say she heard 3 people arguing outside of her home on Lenox Avenue and 113th Street. She knew her grandson was outside and wanted to make sure he was safe. Police say bullets started flying, and the 61-year-old was caught in the middle and killed.
The grandson was not involved, but she was, as a concerned grandmother would do, to come check on her family members.
Police say 23-year-old Darius Smith is now charged with possession of a gun, and it's not his first run-in with the law.
The case in itself just personifies what we have been talking about over and over again. Number one, repeated offenders. The person who was apprehended and involved in the shootout sustained an injury to his foot, but also last year was arrested for stabbing 2 people during what appeared to have been a robbery just last year.
Investigators found 8 shell casings and a gun several blocks away on St. Nicholas and 112th Street. Community members say they're tired of seeing crime tape up in their neighborhood.
If one person is shot, we're all shot, because this is our community, these are our people, and we're saying enough is enough.
Trauma. Trauma is what happened last night. The creation of more trauma.
Well, the road here, Lenox Avenue, is still blocked off as this investigation continues. Police say they are searching for additional suspects tied to this shooting.
Good morning, good morning. Oh, I'm sorry, it is lunchtime, so morning time is over. Good afternoon, guys. This is Mama Z coming to you. I know I've been skipping on here, y'all. I know it, but I still have been cooking. So let me show you what we have on Soul Food today. By Mama Z's hands. Look at that. Just took the ribs off the grill. We got some good old ribs, tender ribs. You want me to show you? Look at that joker right there, fall right off. I don't even want to break it all the way, y'all. This right here is the barbecue chicken. We'll put the sauce on it per order. On this side, we got some jerk chicken. Over here, we got some nice yams, mac and cheese, some collard greens, some white rice. We got some stewed chicken in the back if you want stewed chicken. That's the jerk sauce and the barbecue sauce.